Hey guys, how's it going? It is going to be a poo-day video. I just got a spray tan, so I'm looking real fresh right now. And so we're not going to be doing any major work in the garden because I don't want to sweat it off. I don't want to have streaks in my spray tan. But we do want to open up the greenhouse tonight, or open up the boxes. So I thought I would take you guys along with us. We were going to do it in private, but it's not fun if I can't take you guys with me. So we're gonna get this opened, and that's all we're gonna do today. We were gonna do more of the stonework, but we kind of decided not to. Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to show you guys what's in here. It'll be us seeing it all together. Let's go. So this box is just the glass, it looks like. And it's packaged really, really nicely. It's all wrapped in cardboard, and then they put the wood in there so that way it can't rattle around and move. Like these guys cannot move at all. So kind of interesting. Yeah, but I think this is all just glass. Package 2 is just the door. The glass is so clean. Oh man, that's so crazy. It's gonna be so pretty. So here's the door of it. You guys can see, I'm getting a white greenhouse. We have a white greenhouse. I guess we're gonna open up this last one, see if we can find the instruction manual, and maybe get some sneak peeks, but just the door and just the glass out of the other one. Okay, so all of this stuff is in the big one, the long box. So here is our instructions, here's our packing list, here's how we're gonna build the whole thing. It comes with, I ordered automatic opening vents, so these vents open once it reaches a certain temperature inside. I ordered extra of these, so I thought I had 5 of them. Maybe I only have 3 of them. Maybe there's 2 in a box or something. I don't know. The foam for keeping it all waterproof. It comes with touch-up paint in the correct color. So it's got all of our pieces. Everything is labeled. I just pulled out a couple pieces so you guys can get the first look with me. This goes on the very top of it. Oh, it is like Christmas Day. Isn't that beautiful? So this goes on the very top. It's the ridge cresting. So this is like a custom piece that you have to like add on if you want this. So pretty. I am so excited to have that on the very, very top of the greenhouse. It's got these like little pineapple finials. That is gonna be so pretty. And it's just one length. It's all screwed together on this one solid length of metal, and then these are individual pieces that they put on so that they can customize it to however long your greenhouse is. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Wow, I love it. I will say that I am glad that they did give a can of touch-up paint, because as things obviously move in shipment, some of the metal in certain places did rub, so I'll just go through with the spray paint and you just touch it up with the paint. Super easy. So I wanted to show you guys what I'm talking about. So you can see like just this one piece that I'm noticing has like a little bit of rub where the metal hit it with the spray paint. You'll never see it ever again. And then I did notice one piece of metal. It's on the other side. Brent's already boarding it up. He's already wanting to close it up. He said it's a million pieces. There was one little scratch on a piece of metal over there. So, and it was like, honestly, if we built the greenhouse, you would never even notice it. But it was small, but small enough that I will end up spray painting it. And I will say that I am pretty particular about these kinds of things looking a certain way and looking perfect. So what I did is I also ordered, you can get the screws painted to match the color of the greenhouse. It's an extra charge. I paid for it. I thought that that was something that was pretty important to me. I didn't want to see like silver screws on the white greenhouse. I thought they would stand out too much. So I opted to have them spray painted, and what's nice is they send the extra can of spray paint, so if I'm screwing anything in and I strip it, it'll be fine. Just touch it up with spray paint really quickly. So I do think that if you are wanting to get a greenhouse, that might be a little extra detail to splurge on. I think like the little details matter in this kind of thing, so just a heads up. Well, that's exciting. I can't wait to start building it now. We have to finish the stonework. which we will do some more work in this video. We're obviously not doing it tonight. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna go ahead and read myself a whole bunch of literature and learn a thing or two about how we build this greenhouse, I guess. Yeah, and tomorrow I won't look so orange. I'll just look beautifully tan. This is so exciting. Oh man, this is a lot of pages, a lot of building. Oh my gosh. How many pages do we have here? We have ACC 24B. That's how many pages we have. Look at how beautiful that is. I kind of should have gotten a green one. I don't have anything green. Oh gosh. Here's your sneak peeks on the greenhouse. This is exciting. I will say my door is not right here. My door is going to be on the sides there. And also my greenhouse is a custom greenhouse, so I had lots of changes happening, like the door, I had extra vents put in, I had a few extra little things happen. And so there's a disclaimer here saying that this manual is very general. And so if you have customizations, this is just going to help you build it. And it's basically, I mean, it's basically all general anyways. You know, it'll be the exact same thing. I just won't put this bar in or whatever. I'll put the doors here, and I'm sure there'll be a bar that just goes right there. So it's pretty straightforward, I'm assuming. Do you want to see? There she is. There's my double doors. It's going to be so good. So you can see there is my 18-inch wall that we put in. Here are my double doors going in right up the front. I have a roof vent here, and then I have a roof vent on the back side, and then I have automatic opening vents also. And then there is the cresting. Good morning. I swear there are a few things that are saving lives. It is sunscreen and a good spray tan. Oh, and we got a good spray tan. Now I'm looking like I've been sun-kissed without having to worry about skin cancer. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do some mulching today because that desperately needs to get done. I gotta load up the wheelbarrow, the gorilla cart, with some mulch, and I want to get one of the beds done. I think I want to do this bed right here. This is our most barren bed, so let's get to it. I'm actually gonna wait on mulching. I'm gonna get 2 plants in the ground before I mulch because that's the smart thing to do, Robbie. I actually have a shipment of plants that's coming tomorrow, and some of these plants are definitely gonna be going under the willow tree in the bed that I'm about to mulch, but I don't wanna wait. I have so much mulch. My pile is still absolutely massive back there, so I'll be able to touch up. Okay, we're doing things backwards. Look how good this tan looks. Everyone should get a spray tan in the summertime. Anyways, I have 2 hydrangeas that I want to get planted. I don't have the best luck with hydrangeas. Very few hydrangeas do well in my area unless you give them full protection from afternoon sun. So like morning sun only. Hydrangeas supposedly need like usually 6 hours of sun. A lot of people in other states grow them in full sun. I have a friend over on Instagram. Her page is called The Illustrator's Garden. She's actually on YouTube too. And she grows hydrangeas and she grows them in full sun, which is just mind-blowing to me. I believe she's in Utah. So anyways, I want to get these ones done. I'm going to plant them under the willow tree where they'll get full dappled sun. So they're going to get dappled sun all day long. I think it'll be a really good spot for them. Maybe in a couple years they'll be in full shade, but for a few years they will be in dappled sunlight. So hopefully that helps them. These guys are already blooming. They're really, really pretty. So this is a smaller variety of hydrangea. It is called, I'm gonna read off my phone, it's called the Incredible Stormproof Hydrangea, and it's supposed to have much stronger stems than a lot of other hydrangeas, so they're not supposed to flop. These ones probably are a little bit floppy because they're so young, and also because they're in their nursery cans. I will say, once I got the like main trunk of these upright, I mean, they're standing up straight. The main trunk is just kind of flopping right now because it's in some very loose soil in the container. 4 feet tall, 4 feet wide, growing zones 3 through 8. I'm in a growing zone 9A, Northern California, so right on the border. So I think giving these guys extra water and making sure that they're getting just dappled sunlight throughout the day is going to set them up for the most success. I've got 2 of them, and they're going to go in the same bed, but they're going to go a slight distance away from each other. leading to that repetition that I want in my garden, where I want a little bit of here and I want a little bit over there. And so you'll be able to see it on both sides of this garden bed, which I think is really gonna help. One of them is gonna go by my little fountain that I have right here. It's actually gonna go like right there. And then the other one is gonna go on the other side of the bed. So you'll be able to see them. They'll be in very close proximity, but they won't be right next to each other. And then we're gonna get the bed mulched. So the first one is gonna go right where I had this hole right here. So 4 feet wide. So that means that from center, it's gonna grow 2 feet out this way, which I think that'll be good. It'll also grow over that plant, which is fine. Cause then I can put some type of low growing anything down here on the ground. This is in a container, so that won't even be bothered by it, but it'll fill out here and it'll kind of tuck in the fountain a little bit, which will be really, really pretty, I think. So one's gonna go here. This is gonna get a little bit more afternoon sun, but still dappled sun. And then the other one is gonna get really full morning sun, which I think it'll be very, very happy with getting full morning sun. And it's gonna go somewhere in here. Yeah. Somewhere in there is where it's gonna go. Don't quote me on where, but I want it on this side. Then I have it so it repeats. It's here and here. So when you're standing here, you see it up close, and then you also kind of see it in the distance. I think that that'll be really pretty. And then we're gonna mulch our little hearts out. Get it all mulched up. And I am not somebody who understands hydrangeas, just so you know. So fact check me on a lot of this, okay? Read the comments. There's gonna be somebody who knows a lot more than me about hydrangeas. I love them. I think they're stunning. My brain gets confused because there's smooth hydrangeas, there's not smooth hydrangeas, there's hydrangea arborescent, there's macrophylla. I don't understand all of it because I don't have success with it, so I can't keep up with it. I got a whole bunch of different hydrangeas. Some of them bloom on new wood, some of them bloom on old wood. These ones bloom on new wood. So even if a deer came through and they ate the whole thing down, whatever is growing this season, whatever is growing this season will, it's where its blooms will be. So old wood means that the blooms set on the previous year's growth. So I don't know, I tend to just put them in my garden and I leave them alone, all of them. So let's get these guys planted now. I am gonna go in with a decent amount of fertilizer on these too. That is gonna be so good. 4 foot tall, so it's gonna get bigger than, it's not gonna get bigger, it'll get as big as the fountain is. It's gonna get quite large. 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide. I could keep it slightly in check if I needed to. I mean, and the fountain doesn't need to stay exactly right there. I can move it, which will be nice. I could move it so it's closer to where the bench is, or I might just end up moving it all together once this whole thing fills in. But for a couple of years, this is going to be perfect. This hydrangea probably won't even get to about this big until at minimum 2 years, I'm gonna assume from now. And then I decided to not listen to myself. My original plan was to have it here and then have one in the foreground there, but I decided one is gonna be here. And so as you're walking up this way, you see one in the foreground way back there, and you see this one here. That's way better. So you'll see this one And then that one is gonna be white blooms up against the black fence. That's gonna draw you to continue to go around the garden. And that was kind of a dead space anyways, so that is perfect. 4-foot tall shrub, I can let it do its own entire thing, get it whatever size it wants to get. It could even get 5 foot tall. I wouldn't even care in that area. That's gonna be perfect. I did go in with an extra emitter on that one because I noticed the ground was just a little bit dry, so I added a 2 gallon per hour emitter. Hydrangeas, hydra, water, they love lots of water, so making sure they get water. That one is going to be interesting to see how well it does because it's going to get a little bit more direct sunlight midday, whereas this one is just going to be dappled sunlight all the time with maybe slight tinges of some afternoon sun, but not much. That one may get a little tiny bit of afternoon sun, so it'll be fun to see how these guys perform in the garden. Well, that's enough stalling. It's time to get to mulching. Okay, here we go. I've just gotten a little tiny bit of it done, and it's just crazy how much of a difference it makes. Makes it so the plants shine, the soil doesn't shine. I just moved the oxalis, it's in a container, and when I did that, I knocked off a chrysalis. So there's somebody in here, I don't know who. I'm gonna tie it up so you can see the little webbing at the top there. If I just go through with some string, I can tie it up to something and it'll be able to continue to hatch hopefully, but I just thought that was so cool. It looks like a stick. I actually thought it was a piece of mulch until I saw the end piece there. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang that back up so this guy can emerge. No clue who it is, and I probably will never find out who it is. I don't think I'll be able to see it hatching unless I put it in some type of enclosure, which I'm not gonna do that just in case, but it's still fun to find a chrysalis. I've never actually seen one in real life, so really, really cool. I can't even begin to say how grateful I am to have Brent's help on that last bit. Actually on 90% of this. That wasn't even the last bit. It was 90% of this bed. Very, very helpful. It looks so good now. It's so pleasing to the eye to see the mulch done. Let me turn the camera around, show you guys. We took 2 breaks getting the mulch done, and it took us probably an hour and a half to get the mulch done. Not bad. So it really does just help let the plants shine when the mulch is all done. it looks so much better. Still not loving the lemon coral sedum. Those are probably gonna end up getting pulled if I get my hands on something else to go in their place, some type of annual. For now, they're gonna stay, but really everything else just gets to just kind of like be the star now, which is really, really nice. I will put the bench back. The goal is eventually to have a dining table out here. We'll see when that happens. And then I do have some plants coming tomorrow, like I said, and I've got some stuff that I want to put in here. I mean, I have a hole there now, which kind of sucks, but whatever. But it looks really nice. I also mulched inside the tree ring, which really helps, because then we weren't going to mulch it in, and I was like, wait, why are we not mulching that? It makes it just look flat. It really helps it just kind of disappear and not look like it's a tree ring and like it's sunken down a little bit right there. So that's really nice. It's less distracting to the eye now. All of this is all cleaned up. The fountain looks really, really nice. And then I didn't film us doing this section of the bed, but we did get it all done. It was just getting hot and my camera kept overheating, so I had to stop recording and we just had to finish this. So got that done, and we had a little bit left in the wheelbarrow, and so I did just a little bit on this side. So I got from right here done all the way over to, hello little butterfly, to right there is done. I had done some of that, but I just kind of like put a little bit more on there. So it was actually really nice to be able to get more of this section done. So now all we have left to do is the rest of this bed, which that's going to take no time at all. That's going to be very, very quick. There's so many plants in there that I've already filled in. So that's going to be a quick job. And then the side yard. So just one more bed in the side yard to do, which will be really, really nice. I'm not going to hold my breath. We'll get that one done at some point. But yeah, it feels nice to get it done. So I think that is going to be it for this video, my friends. I hope that you enjoyed it. Wear your sunscreen. It's getting hot. Thanks for visiting our garden, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.